Hey guys, Casey here, and today I want to show you how to wipe and reload a computer with Windows 11. Now before you begin, you need a Windows 11 installation flash drive that's bootable. If you don't have one of those, then please check the description of this video for a link to another video I created that shows you how to create one of those. If you do have your Windows installation flash drive ready, then this is how you wipe and reload a computer with Windows 11. Alright guys, once you have your Windows 11 installation bootable USB drive ready to go, you're going to put that in the side of the computer while the computer is off. Then you're going to power the computer on. And on this particular computer, I know that F12 is what gets us into the boot menu. You can see that in the bottom right corner, so we need to go in there. And then in here, we're going to select this USB UEFI OS SanDisk, which is the manufacturer of the flash drive, and we're going to hit enter. Okay, so we're now booting into the Windows 11 installer. Okay, so here you're going to select your language. Mine is English, so I'm going to leave the defaults and click next. Then I'm going to click install now. Okay, if you're prompted to put in a product key and Windows has previously been installed on the computer and it has been activated, then you can just simply select, I don't have a product key. If this is a new install, then you can put in the product key there. And if you're prompted for which version of the OS to install, you can just simply select it in this list. For me, this is going to be Windows 11 Home. You're going to accept the license agreement and click Next. Okay, so here you have a couple of options. If you are simply upgrading the computer from a previous version of Windows to Windows 11, you can click Upgrade. If you want to wipe the computer before installing Windows 11, then you need to select Custom, which is what I'm going to do. And in this list here, you're going to see all of your partitions. And if you have multiple drives, you will see them labeled as drive 0, drive 1, etc. So what I want to do is I want to delete all of these partitions because, again, I'm going to wipe the computer and start from scratch. If you have multiple drives, for example, drive 0 and drive 1, then you need to make sure that if you're going to delete partitions, that you're not deleting the partition of a drive that you want to keep. So in this case, they're all drive 0, and I can see here that this is my primary partition, which has Windows already on it. So I'm going to just delete each one of these partitions here. Okay, and so now, once they're all gone, it's going to say unallocated space, which means we are ready to install Windows 11 into that free space there. And so now it's going to copy files and it's going to go through this installation process. Okay, so the computer is now restarting. The machine is going to restart again. And now we're ready to configure Windows 11. So here you're going to select your country or region. Mine is the United States, so I'm going to click Yes. And then it's going to ask you what keyboard layout you want. And so for me, it's going to be the US, so I'm going to click Yes. And it's going to ask if I want to add a second keyboard layout, and I'm just going to skip that. Now, typically, after that step, you're going to be prompted to connect to a network. Now, I'm already connected. I have a Ethernet cable plugged into the computer, so it already detected it. But if you can't do that, it's going to ask you to add a wireless network. And you're going to want to do that. And then you will click next, and then you will see this screen where it's going to check for updates. Okay, so now we're ready to name the computer, and you can name it whatever you want. So the computer is going to reboot again. And now we're ready to set up an account on the computer. And in order to do that, you have to use a Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you can click create one and you can create one. I already have one, so I'm going to sign in with the one I have. And now it wants us to create a PIN. And so now it wants us to set up OneDrive. If you've previously used OneDrive with Windows 11, it'll ask you to restore from that OneDrive sync. Or you can just treat this as a new device and you can say set up as a new device. And that's what I'm going to do here. Now you can configure your privacy settings. I typically like to turn everything off but location services, but this is totally up to you. And now you can customize Windows 11, and I'm not going to do that. I'm going to skip this. And I don't want my data to be backed up with OneDrive, so I'm going to say don't back up my files. And I would not like to try Microsoft 365 Office, so I'm going to hit no thanks. And now we're just checking for updates again. Okay, so now after going through the update process, the computer is going to reboot again, and it's going to finish setting up. Okay, so now you can log in to Windows 11. All right, so now you are ready to use Windows 11. All right, so that concludes the tutorial. Links to everything I talked about are in the description of this video. And if you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe and turn on notifications so you'll be notified next time I post a video. Thanks for watching.